We are about to get underway. Red lights on. And we are underway for the third last heat of today, the penultimate heavyweight heat. And already the pole sitter has been crowded across by the number 19, it would seem. So it's been a consistent theme throughout, well, the number 12 actually, sorry, of Matthew Baxter. So it would seem that the theme of the pole sitter not getting as good a start as second place is continuing throughout. If that continues to be a thing tomorrow, then we'll have to see if that's going to have any big effect on the finals. You may want to actually start in second rather than first. Not sure what characteristics of the track make starting second more advantageous. Big shout going up from the crowd. I think there's been a spinner coming through the downhill just out of the view of our cameras. There's Matthew Baxter who leads at the minute from Kieran Wakefield and Will Shevlin. Will in the very visible highlighter neon helmet and suit combo. And he immediately goes down the inside of Kieran Wakefield as well into turn number 2. So not only is he incredibly visible, seems to be absolutely desperate to get a move on in this race. Trying to continue to make their way through lap number 2. The last few races we've seen the front couple of drivers break away immediately at the front. That doesn't seem to be the case for this one. Still quite a big group at the front. Will Shevlin being challenged for second position at the bottom of the hill, not quite able to make that move towards the number 9 Kieran Wakefield. Who actually gets a contact warning. He needs to make sure he doesn't get too many of those. Baxter needs to defend into turn 1, but he defends a bit too much, and Will Shevlin gets the cutback, manages to find a cut width on the inside of the track. This has been an excellent couple of laps, opening laps of this race from the man in the highlighter suit. Interesting to see. He's certainly been aggressive enough to get to the front of the field, but does he have the pace to break away and create a gap? Fastest man on track is actually the number 1 car of Mark Puxty, down in 12th position. Two-time reigning champion and heat winner, keep an eye on him, but there's also a battle happening for first position as well, as the number 12 of Matthew Baxter had a look at the inside. Will Shevlin not quite able to make that move. Single file they come, utilising that slipstream. Number 30 of Adrian Perez in the Team 22 black, light blue and orange colours. Down the inside goes Matthew Baxter. Brilliant move, textbook move there from Baxter. Not a move you see done very, very often. You have to be super late on the brakes. But Will Shevlin has got the cutback on him, and now he is battling with Kieran Wakefield as they make their way through the chicane. Will Shevlin needs to make sure he doesn't get hung out to dry here on the outside of the downhill. Otherwise he's going to lose several positions. But that move from Matthew Baxter seems to have served him well. He's got a couple of kart lengths gap. So just how right at the same time as at that far end of the track. Side by side for third position between Shevlin and the number 20 of Lewis Apalagi. Told you to keep an eye out for him. Fastest man on the track is Tom Davies, the man who starts in the 5th. He is currently in 7th, 51.2. That is much faster than what these leaders are doing, granted they are battling. So after that excellent move at hairpin 1 last time out, Matthew Baxter leads. Kieran Wakefield now bridging that gap, so those two with a little bit of a gap to those behind. Kieran Wakefield's immediately going to try and take that position. All seemed fair there, left him away a kart's width on the outside. Nice respectful racing there. 2 by 2 from 2nd down to 5th. Heading down Garda. Tell you what, it's very easy to see which one Will Shevlin is in the very, very bright suit and helmet. Those of you supporting him will have no trouble picking him out. It's down the inside again. Goes, in fact, actually Lewis Apalagi is now up into the lead. I told you to keep an eye on him after the exceptional pace that he had in his stint earlier today, where he came from the back of the grid towards the front. Knight Rider-esque all black suit and helmet. He's found his way to the front of this field. Now, can he do what Matthew Baxter and Kieran Wakefield seem unable to do, which is to try and break away at the front? In fact, we're 2 by 2 as the number 17 of Cavan Francis wants to get involved as well, which is allowing our top 2 to break away. Approach the halfway point in this race. Will Shevlin keeping his foot pinned round the outside of Cafe Curve, all over the curve. So we're side by side again for the lead. Kieran Wakefield down the insides. Lewis tried to cover him off, but Kieran was too far alongside for him to close him off. So number 20 of Lewis only keeping the race lead for a lap or so before Kieran Wakefield, who's probably been second behind several leaders so far in this race, is now having his turn at the front. Still battling happening further down the grid. It seems like this train or this battle is starting to sort itself out with the faster drivers filtering their way through to the front. Several looks over each shoulder from Kieran. Lewis himself having a look to see where the number 7 of Cavan Francis is. Cavan Francis himself getting involved in this battle. Started 6th in this race. Currently holds the fastest lap as well with 51.0. Significantly faster than what anyone else has been able to do, although I think Cavan is probably one of the only drivers in this race who's had a lap with completely free air, not having to defend. Some battles happening further back, hand in the air for the number 12 Matthew Baxter. He has not had a good few laps. In fact, I think he's gone from the race lead all the way down to around 8th. So this will be a section of the race that he hopes to forget. Side by side further back between the 12 Matthew Baxter and the 13 Adrian Perez. This front 3 seems to have just broken away slightly. Will Shevlin still there in 4th place. But look who it is in the number 1 car who's managed to make his way all the way up to 5th place. Double reigning champion Mark Puxty. He's up 11 positions from 16th on the grid. In fact, I think Mark would have done all of his heat races by the time it comes to the end of today. If it keeps going as it is, he's will maybe be the only person to guarantee his spot in the A final before the end of the Saturday, which will certainly be something. Quite fitting as well, you'd have to say. Now down the inside goes Cavan in the 17. First making the move on Lewis in the 20 and then making the move on Kieran in the number 9, followed through by the number 5 of Will Shevlin. And just when we thought that this lead battle was starting to cool down, it hops right up again. So this battle for the lead now become a sort of train of 5. Mark Puxty at the end of it. So much experience, he'll know how to make his way through this train, know exactly where to position the car. Actually, this number 5 is becoming number 6 now, as Dave Sumner has joined the party as well. Dave Sumner, a member of the British Deaf Karting Association, regularly frequents Daytona venues, so fantastic to see representation from the deaf karting team here. Good drive actually from Dave as well. He's sort of just used Puxty to make his way up through the field. Started immediately behind Puxty. Has also gained approximately 12 places. Now it's Will Shevlin who's trying to fight his way towards the front of the field. Cavan Francis continues to lead. You'd have to say that any of this top 6 could still take this race win. Might just come down to being in the right place at the right time in this one. Track limit warning from Mark Puxty. That track limit warning is popping up on the screen for quite a lot of these drivers as they're pushing to the ragged edge. Puxty to the inside of hairpin 1. Up into 4th now. And Dave Sumner doing exactly as I said he was, just following Mark through on every single move that Puxty is making. You see Sumner there absolutely desperate to get a big overlap over the number 9 of Kieran Wakefield. Approximately 3 laps left in this race. The number 17 of Cameron Francis goes a bit wide. Will Shevlin absolutely sent into Garda by the 20 of Lewis Appiagi. So it's these 3 out front, Puxty chasing behind. There's definitely enough time left in this race for this to become a 4-way battle. Scraps for the minor places in the top 10, further behind. That's between Sumner and Perez. Sumner actually losing a few places back down at the bottom of the circuit after following Puxty through, so not quite able to stick with him this time. It's probably the best opportunity that Will Shevlin has had so far, and he's been following Cameron Francis. Now, as I predicted, this train has become a 4-way battle for the lead. Are they going to just squeeze in one more lap before the final lap, or is it going to be final lap this time? No, it is final lap this time, so one more lap to go in this race. Could go the way of any of these 4 drivers. Cameron Francis needs to be very careful that he doesn't defend too much, because he's actually got the biggest gap back to the driver behind him of anyone in this train. Very smart driving there from Francis in the 17. Not feeling the need to defend through the first section of the lap. Will Shevlin a little bit stronger. Just getting a couple of hundreds. Mark Puxty having a look for 3rd on Lewis Appiagi. Seems like the top 4 are going to stay as they are as they round Garda for the final time in this heat. Well, it's been a pretty frenetic one, but Cameron Francis in the 17 is going to win heat number 14 at Kart Racing Champions, and he is absolutely delighted with that one, as has all of our race winners been so far. Will Shevlin in the neon suit holds on for 2nd position, just 0.2 of a second separating the top 2, and 0.6 of a second separating the top 4. After leading for a short stint, Lewis Appiagi in the 20 finishes in 3rd position. Mark Puxty 16th to 4th. Has pretty much, I think, booked his place in the A final, as I believe he has now done all 13 of his races.